here we go then, you lovely lot. It is catch-up time yet again because we're still quite busy, aren't we, J-Lo?
You've been an angler.
I have been an angler, and I'm proper enjoying it.
Oh, yeah.
Not really enjoyed it today, though, mate.
No, it's been a bit rubbish today.
Well, it has, but anyway, yeah, that's by the by. So, qualifiers time. I've had 2 fish shows to catch up on.
Yeah.
Weston Pools and Partridge Lakes, which was my last one, which I thought was my last one, but we'll come on to that in a bit. So, Weston Pools, about 2 weeks ago, wasn't it?
Yeah.
I think it was about 2 weeks ago. The weather had been really nice, and then it just gone proper pungy.
It was windy.
It was really windy.
Really windy. It was, wasn't it? Yeah.
It was windy and bright, but I'll tell you where I was in a minute. It was like sheltered. It was like nice and shady.
You could fish, yes.
So, I really wanted to be on jacks after last time. Top 3 were on there. Obviously, J-Lad smashed it to bits, £170. I really wanted to be on jacks.
As did everyone in the bag.
Everyone in the queue. Now, I've gone and sat down because of the order that they work there with the draw.
You had strategic breakfast placings.
I knew where I wanted to be, yeah. So I'm like, I don't know any of you, but hi, I'm sitting here. So I went and plumped myself down there. Then everyone starts getting up. I'm like 10 to go.
Well, yeah, you were.
They're still all in there. There's at least 10 pegs on jacks.
Genius.
So anyway, they were coming out. Pegs were coming out all over. Lots of clay pit pegs coming out. I didn't want to be on clay.
Was there no one on jacks?
No one on jacks. So I've gone in like, please be jacks, please be jacks.
What did you go to the bottom? Or did you just go somewhere different because everyone kept putting on the pit?
Well, yeah, everyone's going in with the left hands. I thought naturally left hand's sort of like going over there, so I've gone sort of like this side of my right hand.
Gone a different way.
And like first one he touched, obviously he's come out 14 jacks. Go on the jacks! But I didn't have a clue about numbers. All I remember was Arv was on 14 last time, and he's had 120.
John Harvey was, yes.
Wasn't he? Arv was on 14. Sarah was on
in the match.
12. I'm going to say she had 120 pound.
No, I think she was on 9.
Was she on 9?
Yes, she was.
Oh, right, okay.
Yes.
But then, obviously, you were on, was it 3 or 4?
I was on 3.
And then Danny Keenan was on 17.
16 or 17.
See, I don't know any of the numbers, do I? I've literally got none of the numbers. But anyway, I've done 14. Gally was next to me. Go on, Gally, lad. He was on 12, so we've had a right laugh. And then there's a bit of a gap. There's no one from Gally to like the bloke on peg 9.
So there was an undrawn peg?
Yeah, there's an undrawn peg. And then Tom Scully was on 3 or 4, something like that.
Yes,
so
that sort of area. I think Tom was on 5.
Was he on 5? I haven't got a clue with pegs, folks. He knows more. He wasn't even blooming there.
Yeah.
But anyway, so yeah, I thought, right, this will do for me. Proper, my style of fishing, silvers, classroom. Obviously, I spoke to J-Lad. He's told me to like fish around 11 metres, maggots, casters, whatever. Maggots probably better for the ids. And then pellets at 14.5 for the little stockies and all this, that and the other.
Yes.
So I've started off on a top kit. I think I've had one stocky there after 10 minutes, and I've looked up, I'm like, saw a swirl. Gally's gone straight in shallow next to me, and he started getting one or two.
Straight in?
Big ids.
Literally just shipped out the shallow.
Yeah, straight on it. He started getting these big ids. I'm like, oh, get ready. I've done so much gear up. I've changed, obviously, all my shallow rigs, because all my shallow rigs sort of like about that deep, the float that far from the connector. You're not allowed anything like that at Weston. So I've done a jigger rig for up to like 2 foot, and then a little bit deeper one for about 3 foot. And then I've done some like...
They were for your pellets though, weren't they?
Them for my pellets. And I've done some inline dibbers as well. I mean, if it's light up them, it's like 0.12s I've only gone on.
Yeah.
And small hooks, 18 hooks.
What about your id shallow rigs? Did you do some proper delicacy?
I did some proper little sort of like through the watery ones, long line, shorter line, back shotted up to the max and all that.
Yeah.
And I've gone on it and I've had 2 ids straight away, and I've not had a bite for 20 minutes.
It's amazed me that you told
like,
me that.
What is going on? Gally's still catching. He's catching on a little baby flip rig. You know, the RW number 1 dibbers, just using one of them with a long bit of line, flicking it past it, and you could see the hide coming up. I've not had any swirls or anything. I'm like, what's going on?
No, but you fed yours straight away, haven't you?
Yeah.
So he hasn't. It's not like he's fed and nicked them.
I just
They were just coming that way.
He was in the shade, and I had sun on my water where I was fishing. My shade was at like 14.5 metres.
Yeah, maybe.
So that could have been a difference.
Yeah. It was very clear.
It was clear. And then I put jigger on, and I looked a couple on the jigger at like 2.5 foot, and then Gally started catching loads on a deep jigger. So I'm like, I'm gonna have to get another rig out here. So I got another rig out. Well, I didn't get another rig out. I had to set one up. Did it to 4 foot, and I started catching a few, but it wasn't good or anything like that.
All eyed still. No F1s over your maggots.
Quite a few hybrids. I've had no F1s whatsoever.
Do you have any chub?
Yes, I caught the chub. Everyone on the complex would have heard me catch the chub, folks. They're like that, aren't they? They're not little
They're pound, aren't they, Billy?
Gary's had one like 3.5 pounds. Like, is that a chub, Gary? He's like, yeah, it's a chub, Andy. Deuce. Like, no. So I was forced to sort of like go on my pellet line a little bit earlier than what I wanted to. So like less than half the way through the match, I've gone on my pellet lines feeding 4 mils. A little bit windy, but it was all right. And it was like a full 16 metres. And I started catching a few there. It was all right. I've tried that swingy rig that you said, the carp. Not had a bite on that, but it was a little bit windy. And then willies are sort of like hanging down.
To get it under. They got
yeah, it was hard work. So then I've had a good run, sort of like last half an hour, again on the jigger, and everything's sort of like down towards 4 foot, down towards the bottom. Nothing on the bottom, if you like. Very, very odd fish, little tiny stockies. And I've caught, what have I caught on that lake? I think I was second, no, I was third on that lake. So Tom's won the lake with £103. Steve Cole back on, what's the MPEG to your left? Is it
23.
23. He's had £90. He's won a section because I think Tom got in. And I've had £82, I think. Gary's had £70. So it was a nice day's fishing, but
not what you expect, wasn't it?
Frustrated because obviously I've gone there thinking I nearly did a J. I'm like, oh, we're doing winning today.
Yeah.
But every time I've ever done that in the whole wide world, I've never won.
Winning.
So I don't like. That's why I never say it again. But I genuinely thought
everyone there wanted jacks, which is so weird, isn't it? And the day before, I'd said, yeah, someone will be first, second, or third on jacks.
Yeah, definitely.
And they weren't. It just turned off, didn't it?
Shut up. I mean, the fish were pretty cold as well, but you know, it's one of them. Proper lovely day's fishing, and Jord ended up winning that.
Off a peg you'd never want.
Stormer.
Yeah,
like.
Never won that peg. Yeah.
Awesome. So well done, Jord. Phenomenal display of angling that. £160.
Yeah. I think Charlie was second off Stretton, 130 odd.
Yeah.
After that, I can't remember.
I don't know. I know Tom got it. I think it was 120 on Weir. A few people fancied Weir because it had been shut, but
yeah, David Corcoran was it?
Was it?
Dave.
It's in the corner, wasn't he?
Maybe, but I might be making things up. I think he was third. But anyway.
Yeah, could have been. But you always have a nice day at Weston. You know what I mean? It's just a phenomenal venue, so I can't wait to get back there. Well, probably next year now.
I won't be back there for ages.
I won't be there until next year. So after that, the weekend after, last weekend was Partridge, my last fish show, also I thought. And we always want to draw certain lake, don't we, Jay? Well, 3 lakes in it. 5, 6, Covey 5, Covey 6, or Willow.
Yeah.
I've never ever drawn Willow, folks.
Haven't you?
Never drawn it. So I'm like, please let me draw Willow. Please let me draw Willow. So again, nice and strategic. As soon as people get up, I'm like, right, I'm coming in first.
Well, yeah.
So I was
you
like,
quick for that one.
20th from the front of the draw queue. So I've gone in and I've drawn 4 on Willow. I'm like, oh yeah, amazing. It's probably the narrowest bit of water.
It's a weird bit. Christian won golden reel off it, didn't he?
Yeah, he did.
It can be mega. It can be barren. Yes. Can't it? It's a weird one. It's not the happy area of Willow, is it? I think it needs the wind.
If you had the wind up there, yeah, it'd have been.
Is that what you felt?
Yeah, if the wind would have been up there, I think we'd have had a silly day.
Yeah.
Do you remember like a few years ago when Bagger had told Will what to do on peg 2,
and
then Bagger drew peg 4 opposite him, and Will ended up just beating him, didn't he?
Yeah.
So I've had Power opposite me for company. That was quite good.
Steady.
Good actually. And then obviously wind wasn't really windy. It was sort of like off my back, but blowing down towards sort of like peg 17, that kind of thing. But it wasn't really windy. Christian Jones there as well. Christian Jones, he was on peg 17. Chris Lane on 19. But Piper was in. Now Piper's never in.
Never, ever, ever. It's never been in for a qualifier, that you know.
I don't think it has, you know.
I've never seen Piper in.
No, I've never seen Piper in.
No.
So we thought like the end pegs on there would take some beating.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, those two.
Yeah, the 2 end pegs.
I'd have fancied them.
Proper fancy.
The ones that win the winter Christmas match quite often.
That's it, they're like a bread stack, aren't they, on them? No.
Yeah, I'd have fancied them.
So again, just done my normal Partridge rigs, got my 6 top kits out, which I've set up all the time, overshotted, I've done an inline dibber, and I've done an on the deck one. But peg 3 to my left has been empty, so that's been nice. I've put a bit of ground bait there, and it's just been steady weight. It's been a nice match. I've caught most of my fish on the bottom. I've hardly caught anything shallow.
You caught F1s on the bottom?
Yeah, big uns.
Have you?
Yeah, it's only been like 3 foot all over, like even right down the middle. There's loads of skimmers. I've probably had 40 pound of skimmers, but then I've had some massive F1s. So I've had £103 on that one, which I was happy with from there. I've won the whole entire lake, but didn't win anything because I was split with Corby 5. You know, it's one of them, you know, we've all been there at some point. Unfortunately, fish show, they split like, obviously it's every 10 pegs, no matter where it ends up.
Yeah,
so
I actually like how they do that.
Yeah.
Because it prevents over cramming of a lake.
Oh yeah, definitely. You shouldn't have the room. 100%, you shouldn't have the room in a day's fishing. So yeah, £103. I think Christian won his section on our lake with 70, 80, 90. I don't know.
He had £90.
He's had £90, he's had £90. But the star of the day, without a doubt.
Unsuspecting area as well.
was Dave Shire's on 34, 35.
Is that behind Peg 1?
Behind Peg 1 on Willow, yeah. Literally where there's a little cut out there.
Yeah.
But it's caught all in. Where we went and did that finger one, we might have abandoned it actually, so you might not see it.
No, it's where you sat with Jakey.
With Jakey caught the goldfish, the Sunny Baits video.
Yeah.
You've got like a bar, sort of like 13 metres over here where it's 2 foot, then it drops off to 4 foot, and it's in the sun all day. James Howarth opposite, I spoke to him after. James Howarth was sort of like opposite, slightly to his left. He's only had one F1 all day. And Dave Shire's catching these massive, great big pointy nose bronze things.
Reaches
like
all day.
£3 to £5 F1s. I watched him weigh in, Jay.
Were they a joke?
They were like
massive.
immaculate. All the F1s out of Willow had gone in there.
Yeah.
And just like sunbathing on this bar. So what a performance. You know, awesome performance by Dave there. No one expected that. No one called.
Big, I'll wait that as well.
When he's come to me, he's like, what have you got, Dave? You had a few on there, mate. Yeah, I've got about £150. I'm like, have you?
Hey?
But obviously, Mickey Barlow, Connor's dad, he'd drawn 105 on Covey 5, and we knew he'd had a big weight. He'd had 159. Yeah. So we thought, well, flipping out, it's going to be close, but like £194 Dave's had. What a day's fishing. Awesome.
You can understand why he thought he had 150 as well. He won't have even been funny. They're that big, but they're that wide as well.
You can't physically get your mittens around them, can you? You're sort of like, yep, 2-handed, and then have the disgorge in your teeth like that. Yep, and then place it in there. You don't really, folks. But yeah, so again, Partridge, proper venue, you know, loads of weights all over the place. It's
fished quite well, didn't it?
Yeah, it has fished well. It is lovely. I love it, Partridge. And I waited, I thought I'd got my section and waited.
Did you?
My name didn't get called out. I'm like, excuse me, Dave, could you check? And
Did you?
It was £112 on Covey 5. I'm like, all right, see ya.
You waited for hours.
That was it. So I thought that was my last chance, but I've been lucky enough to get 2 more tickets.
Have you?
I've got Lindholm next Wednesday, and then I've got Tunnel Barn, so they're my last 2.
2 more.
So fingers crossed, we've still got 2 more chances, folks, that we'll get into the fish show, but I've got a few more mavis left as well. So yeah, so catch up done.
Okay, good. You didn't bore me that much, I'm just tired.